A routine courtroom session suddenly takes a serious turn when a simple paperwork issue reveals a first-degree felony involving a firearm. The defendant accepts a 10-year prison sentence, but the judge makes it clear that some decisions are completely out of his hands. And just when you think the hearing is over, another contested case is waiting. Stay until the end to see how this courtroom session unfolds.
No, I need it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah, he's nice. I'm gonna make sure you take this.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm sorry.
I said they told him
26 CR 629 and 630. Those two cases on Edward Cross. Your time just missed on this day, and he is found guilty and sentenced on the cases of 26 CR 626, 627, and 628. Okay. Edward Gross. Jordan Jones.
Yes, sir.
Here's the other one. What are we doing with Jordan Jones?
Judge, on Mr. Jones, is to my understanding that on the first allegation of the assault, the complaining witness has gone to the DA's office and filed an affidavit of non-prosecution.
Judge, I haven't seen that. That may be the case, but the state has every intention of going forward.
And then, that's why
We've got two other things: failing to provide community service and failing to pay court assessed fees.
he's denying those, Judge.
Okay.
And then,
We'll have a hearing on that.
we got it.
So,
Right.
what are we going to do? Let's put those aside for a second. What are we going to do on Jordan Jones? That's the other MTRP. He's got two MPRPs.
Three, Judge.
He has three cases that he got put on probation for, Judge, and it's the same underlying violations. And like I said, to my understanding, the complainant does not want to go forward and she put into DA's office.
What are we going to do on Jason Young?
That's a plea. That's
Okay, let's go. Let's get Jason Young
All right.
and just put him aside for just a second,
That's done.
because after that,
He sent it to you. I had that on his.
what are we doing with Christopher Chandler? Is that yours? That's not good.
But the one young, I think you got that now.
I do have
That is totally done.
603. 24 CR 603.
Yeah, I found him up with you. How many years does the young lady need to start wearing down?
Please sign up over there in front of that lady.
This one's
Raise your right hand. Swear or.
Okay, you're on this one.
Yes,
You got a problem right off the bat.
Oh, it's a first degree. I did see
Is it
that.
first degree? Okay. It's been checked off as a second degree. You're on the police paper, so we're gonna fix that, okay?
Yes, sir.
It's a first degree felony, right, everybody?
That's correct, Judge.
That's what it says in the indictment. Isn't it? Okay, 24 CR 603 is called. You're Jason Paul Young,
Yes, sir.
present with your attorney. Mr. Adams and the state's attorney. As a defendant, we have a formal reading of this indictment and arraignment. Can we proceed in summary?
Yes, sir.
In summary, this indictment alleges that on or about December 20th, 2023 in Jefferson County, Texas, you committed the first degree felony of aggravated assault against a security officer. Namely, you used a deadly weapon, namely a firearm. And do you understand what you're charged with here?
Yes, sir.
If convicted, you face a term of life imprisonment or any term of not more than 99 years or less than 5 years in prison. In addition, a fine may be assessed not to exceed $10,000. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
An agreement's been reached. You would be pleading guilty, sentenced to 10 years in prison. Is that your understanding?
Yes, sir.
If I follow this, you have no right of appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to this charge, sir? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
You're pleading guilty voluntarily. That is on your own free will.
Yes, sir.
And because you are guilty.
Yes, sir.
I'll show you what's marked as State's Exhibit 1. Did you sign this? Understand it? Discuss it with your attorney, or the contents all true and correct?
Yes, sir.
State's Exhibit 1 tender.
No
Without
objection.
objection. This states you mentally competent to enter your guilty plea. It's freely and voluntarily made. You know what you've been charged with. The indictment's been read to you. You've read it. You were guilty of the crime charged and any lesser included offenses. You are giving up your rights to a jury trial and the rights to the appearance, confrontation, cross-examination of witnesses. Totally satisfied with the representation provided by your lawyer. All true, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
State's Exhibit 1 is part of the record for all purposes. Is a pre-sentence report waived here?
Yes, sir.
I will follow this agreement. I'm going to find you are mentally competent to enter your guilty plea. It is freely and voluntarily made. There is sufficient evidence supporting your guilty plea to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. I now find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt of this first-degree felony of aggravated assault against a security officer with using or exhibiting a deadly weapon, namely a firearm. I am following this agreement. You were hereby sentenced to confinement in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice to serve a term of 10 years. And there will be an affirmative finding on the judgment that a deadly weapon, namely a firearm, was used in the commission of this offense. And this will run concurrently with other cases. Do you understand what has happened today, sir?
Yes, sir.
Anything else? That is all.
He was asking about, I think he had, how many years he had?
2 years and 7 months.
2 years, 7 months that he's already sentenced.
There's nothing I can do. I'm not the one that makes that decision. That's for the prison authorities. They're in charge of determining that. You get credit for all time you've served in accordance with the case. Yeah.
To see if he had a hold on judge, that's what I can do.
But yeah, we're not the ones who discern. That's the parole authorities. They make all those decisions, but they have all the data. They have the data, same data we have. Yeah. We're just not, we don't have the authority to grant it because sometimes they take away parole credit if you've done badly in prison, and that's not anything we know about.
Right.
Okay. I have Jordan Jones.
Oh, that's gonna be
What are we going to do on Jordan?
that's gonna end up being a contested hearing though.
Yeah, let's cut it from here,
Let's
Judge.
set it up for hearing.
Okay.
Here's Saul.
I mean, I've been sitting all this time. I mean,
Oh, yeah, Saul. So they said it. What do you want to do with Saul?
well,
If the date's off the table today, you can.
A 10-year prison sentence, questions about prison credit and parole, and a contested hearing still ahead. This courtroom session was far from simple. If you want more real courtroom moments, unexpected rulings, and cases that keep you watching, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. New courtroom stories are coming your way, so make sure you're here for the next one.